So please, some of these questions, you should just keep them to yourselves. And even when you get responses to these questions, there is nothing you can do about their situation. You can't even solve their problems for them. So why ask? All right, let's just get serious with these things. There are certain inappropriate questions you shouldn't just ask a woman. You should never ever ask these questions to a woman, because sometimes you ask them these questions, they tend to laugh over it immediately, but deep down inside their bone marrow, they are hurting. The thing they pepper them for body, but they can't just tell you that you've just created another scenario for them to go home dying, to go home thinking and worrying. A great food for thought, something to cry over all the time. But women are absolutely concerned about everything that goes around them, everything that goes around their physical outlook, their marriage. So now let's get into these questions that you should never consider asking a woman. One of them is this. CEO, you are getting fat. When are you going to lose weight? Oh my goodness, what is your business? Do you know that women, they can spend their last dime in order to look good, in order to maintain their shape, their look? And so why asking such questions? Why are you always interested in telling them how fat they are? Do you know that the easiest and the fastest means to kill a woman is to call a woman fat? They don't like it. A lot of women have died because they felt being bullied, because of what people tell them about their physical physique, about their shapes, their look and all that. Every woman is beautiful. It is not in your business to tell a woman that she's fat. And if the woman is married, some go as far as asking, your stomach is big, when are you going to give birth? Probably the woman just delivered a couple of months ago. Why asking such questions, for crying out loud? Number two, this particular number two is simply that stroke that breaks the camel's back. Asking a woman, when are you going to get married? Oh my goodness, what is your business? Are your mates not dying? Don't you want to die? Or are you not old enough to die? Your mates are in the mortuary, some are already dead. So why are you asking a woman, when are you going to get married? A woman does not propose to herself, especially in our African society. So why would you always ask that question? Especially when a woman has come of age in her late 20s, early 30s or mid 30s. You begin to come up with that questions. Don't you know that your flowers will soon die? When are we coming to wear ashebi? I want my ashebi. When am I collecting mine? When are you calling us to eat rice? My brothers and my sisters, make I tell you, burial rice, they're also sweet. God forbid. People enjoy eating it. So make you die too, because you have come of age. Stop disturbing women. Stop making ladies feel worried. Stop creating this kind of unrest or worrisome situation to women out there, because they can't marry themselves. I don't know you understand that. They don't get to propose to themselves. It's only a man that comes to propose to a woman. And the saddest thing is when you see women coming up with such stories. Age is no longer telling on you. When are you introducing Mr. Right to me? During my own time, they will just come up with all these unsolicited stories of I actually got married at the age of 22. Before 30, I finished having my own children. It is better you have your children, they grow alongside with you. You clean up and start making shakara. What is your business? That it works for you. You got into early marriage does not mean that every other person should also go into early marriage. Probably you took him for the man before your parents persuaded the man to marry you. So please, save ladies such sermon. Allow them to take their times. It's none of your business. 3. When are you going to sustain your ground in your husband's house? This one goes to the married women. Probably a woman has given birth to 1, 2, 3, or 4 female children. Their fellow women, they come up with this silly question. I call them silly because every child is a gift from God. Every child should be valued. Every life is the same. So why are you asking a woman when is she going to sustain her ground in her husband's house because she hasn't given birth to a male child? Some would even ask, when are you going to make your husband proud? Did they tell you that their husbands are not proud of them? So why asking such nasty and offensive questions? That's not totally fair. 4. When are you going to? When are you going to get pregnant? This probably happens when you got married. Probably you've spent 6 months or 1 year, you haven't given birth. As in, somebody will come up with such silly questions of asking you, when are you going to give birth? As if you're a god. As if the woman is God that gives children. Some will go as far as asking you, when are you going to balance your children? Probably you have 3 children. Somebody will ask you, when are you going to balance them? As in, to make them 4. Hey, who told you that she wants to have 4 children? Are you in her family? Are you the husband that married her? Probably the couple have decided to have just 3 children or 1 child. Why not let them be? Instead of poke nosing, you know, trying to gossip everywhere. Allow them to be. Not everybody wants to have 1 dozen, 12 apostles as children. If you want, you can have them, and let others be. Number 5, when are you going to give your son a brother or a sister? This is really crazy. You know, this also happens when a woman marries. Probably the woman has just gotten a child, and after 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 years, another child hasn't come. You know, neighbors, friends, and families, they begin to call in, and they begin to ask some unnecessary, annoying questions. A woman told me that she decided to have just 1 child because she her dream is to travel all around the country. She has money, she has a good job, the husband has a good job, but their decision is to just give birth to 1 child, of which they've gotten. But friends and families, they wouldn't just let them be. They kept asking that question, when are you going to, you know, give your son a sister? When are you going to give him a sister? When are you going to give him a playmate? What is your business? What is your problem? And to disappoint every one of them asking these questions, they never knew that this woman is taking contraceptive pills. You know, she's already done a family planning because she's completed her family. She just wanted 1 child, and her husband agrees to that. So what exactly is the problem of friends and loved ones poke nosing into another person's family? Why not mind your own business? And you know what? I have another friend of mine. She has 3 children, 2 girls and a boy. You know, and she's already done a family planning. Do you know the surprising thing? Her mother-in-law is always running to the chapel to pray for her to conceive again. 3 children. You know, to her and her husband, they've already completed their own family, you know. But the mother-in-law kept going to the chapel to pray for her. She kept ringing them, you know, are you pregnant? Because the last child just turned 2 years. So they kept calling and asking, have you conceived? I'm actually at the chapel praying for you. I'm praying that you conceive. Can you imagine? Mind your business now. Allow these couples to be, please. I can also tell you that I'm also not exempted in this question, you know, because my boy, Somto, is 5 years. It's been 5 years, you know, and I've not been staying with my husband for a couple of years. So I've just joined my husband recently. Even those that knew that my husband has not been, as in we've not been together in the last 3 years, you know, and those that didn't know, they kept asking the same question. They kept disturbing me, calling in to ask, what are you waiting for? When are you going to give your son a sister? It would be like, have you guys not been doing things? Doing what? You know, some would even call to ask, have you guys tried seeing a specialist? You know, have you checked yourself? Have you can also try IVF, that it works better. They will be giving some suggestions. Now, the most annoying one was the last caller. You know, he knew that I've been in Nigeria all along for almost 3 years plus, and my husband comes just once in a year when he's on his annual leave, you know. So he called in, that was last week. He asked my husband, are we here or we're already in London? My husband was like, we're here with him. He said, okay. So that means Somto should have gotten 2 more SIMs by now. Can you imagine? We've not even up to 2 years here. It's only 17 months. 17 months is not 2 years. Who gives birth to 2 children within a space of 2 years? You know, they did not even bother to understand or to know the kind of psychological problems we've been going through in this world past. Nobody knows. All they care is how many children have you got? Blah blah blah. You've been married for the last 5 years. What are you doing? Blah. Oh my goodness, they're bringing in some kind of annoying suggestions. Please, let women be. The over sabi, the monitoring spirits. Make una know they monitor us. Make una leave people alone. Let them have their peace. Okay, sis, a friend of mine told me that, you know, she got the most annoying question from one of her friends. She put to bed at the hospital, and a friend of hers just rang her up that before congratulating her, this friend of hers just asked, a normal delivery had been a CS. Oh my God. And she responded that she put to bed via CS. She said, okay, congratulations. Can you imagine? What is your business? Delivery is delivery. Whether CS or vaginal delivery, what matters is that the woman and child, that they are alive, safe and sound. This is what people should be concerned about. Stop asking the question whether a normal delivery, do you deliver through operation, or what do you call that? It's none of your business. 7. How do you plan to nurse your baby? Children's formulas are expensive these days. Oh, go me. Oh, God. Are you the one providing money for this woman? Are you the husband? Are you in her pocket? So what is your concern? Do you know that a woman who is doing exclusive, if you're not feeding very well, it's another problem to the child that you're feeding, because it's going to tell on the child. From this question, I can honestly conclude that a lot of women that go into, what is it called, exclusive, they do because they want to save money. They don't want to spend buying babies formulas for 6 months. Hey, that's crazy. I tried exclusive breastfeeding for my child, but it didn't work for me. It's not as if we didn't have money. Besides, it's my first child, But then it did not work for me. I was asked to stop, because I'm not the type that eats so well. Even my sister that came for Omugo, she was screaming. She would wake up earlier than myself, have a cup of tea, almost having her brunch before I would start thinking about having a cup of tea. When I bring out my own cup of tea, she would be screaming, what are you doing with this little cup? You're supposed to be taking tea with an oversized cup so that your breast milk will be running very well. But that's not me. I don't even like drinking tea. Talk more of drinking it with an oversized cup, Abubakar size. That's crazy. So it's not because of money that most people do exclusive. So don't just conclude that people do exclusive because they do not have money to buy baby's formula. Therefore, you should expect another person to do so. If that is what you do, good for you. Every other person has their reasons for doing exclusive. If it works for you, it might not work for the other person. Me, it never worked for me, and I won't do that again. So please stop asking women such irritating questions. Number 8, and that's the final one. When they come up to ask you, Mommy Junior, you are pregnant again. Is Junior up to 2 years? Can you imagine such a nasty question? You are asking a married woman if she's pregnant again, if her first child or the other one is up to 2 years. My sister, waiting concern you. Who called you into somebody's privacy? Why not mind your business? What? She's married, for crying out loud. It is up to her to decide whether to be giving birth within 9 months interval, whether to space for 3 years, whether to space for less than 1 year. What? I don't understand it. Why can't people just mind their business? So please avoid asking women these questions. I did a video of questions you do not ask pregnant women some time ago. You can as well check that up and see. All these questions, they are irritating, especially to we the Africans. The Westerners might like it, but we don't find them fantastic. Especially asking single ladies, when are you going to get married? When are you going to bring a man to us? Your flower will soon die off. Hey! That's not fair. So please, let's just watch it. All right, thank you everyone for stopping by my channel today. Please, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, please click on the red button, subscribe, like, and you can also turn on the notification bell so that you'll be the first to be notified whenever I upload a video. Thank you once again. My name is Chifrane. Bye.